Hi and welcome to our first review of the Directions EMEA 2020 conference. So this was a conference held over 3 days and is one of the premier events for partners worldwide focusing on BC and the wider Microsoft platform. It was the first time ever that this was held as a virtual event. So how did this make it different to a standard event, and how was this experience for you?
Yeah, hi Amelia. It was a really interesting event. It gave us the opportunity to do it virtually, as you've said, which meant that everybody stayed safe. It brought together, members from Microsoft, from the partner community, and give us real insight into the small medium businesses setups and situations that everyone's gone through recently. There was over 160 sessions that had been put on across the day. And also that it was a combination across, sales, support, development, and leadership as well. So there was a real vast array of opportunities for us. It was a great opportunity for TSG to be present and discuss and review the roadmap for Dynamics 365 Business Central moving forward. We touched on on-premise as well as SaaS. And there was a real increase as well in focus around Power Platform and artificial intelligence this year. So over and all, it also really opened it up for a lot more of our staff, where we didn't need people to be out of the business fully, that they could drop in and out of different sessions rather than being in Milan for 3 days. So it may not have had all the perks for the people who were not given the opportunity to be in Milan, but I'm sure it's scheduled to be face to face again next year. So we'll see what happens.
It would have been nice to have a holiday. Times are a little bit different at the moment. What type of sessions were available across the 3 days?
There were a lot of type of sessions, and usually we have the sessions that they're what is new inside Business Central. But this time we also had a very big focus on things that are around Business Central, and that was the main focus. So we were seeing power-ups, Teams, integration with Teams, BI, business intelligence, Azure management, other tools and APIs, some of them delivered from other partners, some vertical solutions, and an overview of Microsoft Dynamics stack and how that can apply with Business Central. There were also sessions for marketing, for sales. So there were sessions about licenses, about the future of Business Central, and working on social media. So there were other sessions looking the future and more focus, not for consultants or developers, but more focus on managers, sales, marketing, and the business decision makers.
Fantastic. And obviously at this type of conference, there's a large volume of content delivered over the course of the 3 days, and especially when it's virtual, there's the opportunity to deliver a lot more content. So what would you say that the key high-level takeaways and themes were across the 3 days?
I'd say there were a few. Obviously, Business Central is a core part of the kind of wider Microsoft platform that we major in at TSG, and we really look for that roadmap to gel with the other roadmaps and the technologies that we specialize in, Office 365, Microsoft 365, and Azure, and we weren't disappointed. Microsoft's been on this journey for a long time now, but it really feels like we're getting to the point where it's very close to being a single platform. They have been very aggressive in some of their roadmaps, largely because of the COVID situation. So the likes of Microsoft Teams, everybody will be familiar with how quickly that technology's moved on and kept pace in the last 6 to 9 months. And Business Central has integrated into Teams as per the announcements, which is a great bit of functionality for a lot of our customers who have, departments that have never worked from home or been separate before and not worked at the same location. They're now having to deal with that. So that's particularly challenging if you're trying to do quite complex month ends or any of these core finance processes. So that type of thing is excellent, but there is a deeper and a wider move to ensure that processes and workflows are automated within Business Central, and that workflow, that process reaches out of the bounds of the core finance platform. So if you wanted to give someone a form to fill in that could be done Power Apps, and then have that flow through Power Automate into your Business Central platform, and then leave Business Central and go and do something else with the business. So faster, much faster integration than I think Microsoft had planned pre-COVID, which means really good things for our customers.
Yeah, I think what you've just said there as well, Stephen, just the increased focus around the Power Platform. It's that value, isn't it? It's the value add. It's the future, and great opportunities for the business, for their views, really, the future views around the data and everything else, be it Power Apps, Power Automate for the floor, and Power BI.
Yeah, definitely. And again, that kind of feedback loop towards the core Azure technologies like artificial intelligence and cognitive services, a lot of these things that, to be honest, seem a little bit sci-fi to a 10 or a 15-man finance outfit, in the finance department, are actually kind of bearing fruit now. So the system's making intelligent suggestions based on your business data that perhaps 4 or 5 different minds across an organisation wouldn't join those pieces of information up. You're starting to see some real insights coming out and actually providing some value back, which is great to see.
Yeah, from my viewpoint, Microsoft have made a substantial investment in improving the Azure platform and the way Business Central sits upon it. And they're offering a lot of additional tools that we can use in support to allow us to debug in the live platform, and there's performance toolkits, telemetry changes, so we can really dive quite heavily into Azure, and it also allows us to do an amount of performance tuning for our customers on their environments. So that was a really good takeaway for me.
Yeah, and you just you mentioned there, Sam, the investment. I think that was a key theme that came out as well, was Microsoft's kind of backing up the investment that they've made around Business Central, and that they see that as as long term. I know that there has been rumours around F&O and changes and the like around Business Central, but they were very strong and steadfast around the investment that they've made, and that kind of being the future. I think as a business, TSG, we're aware of the change of on-prem maybe to the cloud offering, etc., and that's something that we may see over the course of the next couple of years, especially as we're all kind of witnessing at the moment the opportunities to be at home and work through the different pandemic that we're going through at the moment. So I think that fully backs up what you've just said as well there in terms of the investment piece.
Fantastic. Well, there was obviously quite a lot covered over the 3 days, and we will be taking a deeper dive into some of those sessions and some of the more specific messaging around BC in a further video session. But thanks for you all today, and keep your eyes peeled for another video coming soon.
Thank you.